Yo, what is up YouTube? And if you're watching this video, you're probably looking to break into Inferno or even late Hell Aurora farming. Now I'm going to be showing you guys a team that doesn't involve Lily, is pretty free to play friendly outside of one SSR that is easily replaceable with an SR, and I'll show you guys how my run actually runs and I'll show you the stats. So Aurora is actually a threshold where you don't really need Lily. There's a lot of teams that don't have it, but if you look at the Inferno leaderboards, you might see that pretty much every team does have Lily except a select few. And I'm going to be showing you guys one of those teams where you pretty much don't need Lily to make it work. So just like any other threshold, you do need a main damage dealer. Aurora is all single target, so you can use God Ting here if you want. The SR Legend, very strong. I have him on pretty good gear, but you don't need him on this gear. You can literally drop Fury Edge because Aurora's damage check isn't really that high. It just makes her run faster. So you can drop this Fury Edge and put in whatever you want. You're losing some crit damage, but it doesn't really matter. If you don't want to use him, you can use something like a Rosa. Rosa's going to be better. If you have Giada, she's also better, and Yeli is also better. But for the purpose of this video, I want to show you that you can do it with this SR character. So this is going to be our main DPS. Now, for Aurora, you're going to want healers or sustainers. And usually you want at least 2. But since we're not running Lily, we're going to run 3 because the runs will take longer and we want more safety. The best healer you can actually bring is Linglo. So Linglo is extremely powerful. All you need on her is Swift Rush, and ideally you want Cure as well as her secondary set. If you don't have Cure, it's going to be hard to sustain your team, and she's extremely powerful because of the fact that she can heal your team very easily with her Whale Prayer from her S1. Because of this, you do want to max her S1. You'll notice the difference between not having S1 maxed and having it maxed. I was struggling pretty hard in this for a while until I maxed her S1, and then this threshold became a breeze even on Inferno. So definitely max her S1, it makes it a lot easier. You don't need anything else in her skill investments. You can get by with not having her S1 maxed out, but you will need higher gear requirements, and it's pretty steep, so I definitely recommend doing it. For Shell, it's really up to you. I have her on this Shell, Jackal Guard, because it just lines up with all the matrices I'm running, but I don't think it's that great, especially because there's other shells that support healing more. Supernova is a very good option. It's one of the best shells for her in Aurora. If you look at the majority of Linglos, they're running Supernova. You can also run her on Artisan, it's fine. But I think outside of this 3, you're probably going to want to not run anything outside of those 3 is what I'm trying to say. Gigabyte is also okay as well, but I don't really recommend it because you're only fighting 3 monsters at a time. But yeah, you'll see this guy's on Supernova, this guy's on Artisan, this guy's on Jackal Guard, which is what I'm on. Fortissima is also actually a good option that I forgot to mention. Supernova, you can kind of see anything that can make her cycle faster or heal more. Now, on top of Linglo, you're going to want to bring Valerian, especially because you're not running Lily, like I said, so she makes her run safer. Valerian just run on full health. You can run her on a very crappy build like mine, just full Wellspring and nothing else. And then you want her on Artisan, and this will make her tankier, and she's a slow Artisan holder, so to make it so that you can shield your team without overlapping the shield with your fast Artisan holder, which we'll talk about. So very good option. She's extremely good because not only does she have your cheat death for your team on her S3, but she also has some extra healing. She has invincibility in a pinch, and she also has attack buffs coming out of her Hazy Dream for your damage dealer, or defense buffs, or even speed buffs, which are all very good. Alongside those 2 healers and your DPS, you're going to want to bring Viper. Now, Viper is one of the best characters in the game for Aurora because of his S3. You can strip that immunity off, which is going to be very good, especially if you are bringing like a defense down as your 5th slot, which you probably won't, honestly. But the best part about it is this attack down and speed down you can apply on the boss after. And this makes the boss do a lot less damage, obviously, because, just has less attack and it takes less turns. But Aurora does a ton of damage, so you really want to make sure you limit the amount of damage coming in, because that's kind of why the reason you're bringing so many sustained characters. So his S3 super valuable, definitely good to bring for him. All you need to build him on is basically speed, Swift Rush set. Time Weave is a very good option as well because of the fact that it will make him reduce the cooldown on his S3. But it's entirely not needed. I don't think you need Time Weave, I just have it just because. And just make sure you're at like 200% effect accuracy and you're good to go. For your Shell, definitely want Artisan. You need Artisan on him because paired with Valerian, you want 2 Artisan characters. One to be fast, which is going to be your Viper, and one to be slow, which is going to be your Valerian here. So definitely put him on Artisan here. Make sure he's at like 240 speed and he's fine. Higher the better, obviously, because you can land more S3s, but he's an invaluable character that you want to bring. Now, for your 5th slot, I recommend bringing either Mia, if you have her. She's an SSR, so she's pretty hard to get. Or you can run a different character in red Chiaki. Both of these characters will basically do the same thing. They provide a lot of healing for your team. Mia's more dispel oriented and has some more utility, but Chiaki's healing output is crazy, and you really need a lot of healing because the boss in Aurora has this mechanic where she puts a heal absorb on you. So you want to make sure you bring a lot of healing because of this, or dispels, and Mia's very good because she does this, and she also can reduce your team's cooldowns, which will make your runs faster, and also has a pushback on her S2 with a chance to dispel the immunity, which doesn't matter because you're not running effect accuracy, and she has a shield on her S1. So basically you just build her pretty fast as well. I have her on Time Weave Swift Rush, similar to my Viper. Swift Rush is definitely optional. The only thing about Mia is, put her on Swift Rush, put her on whatever shell. Gigabyte's not that great. I think Jackal Guard, even another Artisan maybe, or something like a Supernova even, or even Fortissimo is fine. But what I wanted to say was, just make sure your Mia is slower than your Lingno. So off the opener, you're going to see that your Lingno will most likely S3 to heal the damage, and you want your Mia to reduce the cooldown on it. If you have something like a Chiaki, it doesn't really matter too much how you speed tune the 2 healers, just make sure they're both decently fast because you want them to be able to heal. Now, if for some reason you guys do have Lily and you're wondering how to fit her in this team comp, you can actually just fill in your Valerian slot with her. Even though Valerian provides some sustain, the speed buff from your Lily, and if you actually put her on a 3rd Artisan, will just give you even more sustain and make your runs a lot faster. Now I'm going to show you guys the run that I run. I run Dieting, I run Linglo, I run Mia, which I said you can replace with Chiaki, I run Viper, and I run Valerian. Pretty free to play friendly, like I said. You can swap out Mia for red Chiaki, which is going to work just fine. I've seen people run it, I've tested it out. I haven't tested it out, but I've seen my guildies test it out as well, and you guys can see that it works just fine. This is going to work for Hell, this is going to work for Inferno. I'll show you guys the run right now. I'm not going to commentate on it because it's pretty long, because Aurora is a pretty long fight, but you guys can see how it works.